Vedic psychology is a subject which has been designed on the basis of scriptures of India, which are called Vedas, and the supplementary scriptures to the Vedas, such as Puranas, Itihasas, Upanishads, Samhitas, and the schools of philosophies such as Sankhya, Vedanta, Nyaya. There is no specific subject of Vedic psychology as such, but this course is based on the teachings which have been taken from different parts of these books, which are ancient scriptures of India. Psychology is the study of the mind, and Vedic psychology is study of the mind, but here the word mind is not same as it is understood in the modern world. The true word is manas, and this manas is that which we cannot translate exactly into English, but we use the word mind because it is not really the part of the brain. And along with this, we will also study 3 more things in Vedic psychology, which are called buddhi or intellect, ahankara or the ego, and then the 4th one is called chitta. And again, there is no real good word to translate chitta into English, but sometimes we translate it as heart. So in this course we will study about these 4 parts of mind, you can say, or they are 4 parts of the inner senses. That is the proper word in Vedic psychology. Happiness is a feeling in which we feel satisfied, we feel content, and mind is very peaceful. So this is a state of mind. Where do we feel happiness? We feel it in the mind. So basically happiness is a state of mind, or it is an emotion which is felt in the mind, and we are performing all our actions only for that aim. So if we analyze, if we study our activities which we do from morning till evening, they may not be directly related with happiness, but ultimately that is the purpose. If we go to job, then our aim may be that I get money, but then what do I do with money? Okay, I buy something with it which will make me survive, live. I buy food, and then why do I want to live? Because I want to be happy.
But this course will give many tips along the way. So this isn't everything, but this is just a starting point. So once you know what state of mind you're in, most likely you're in the state of rajas or tamas. And to balance your mind, we want to try to get it into a state of sattva. That's more peaceful. And that sattvic state of mind won't be chasing after all of these things that your senses like chocolate and wine and boyfriends and girlfriends and things like that. So what we want to do is try to get your mind much calmer. And some really simple things you can do to start is take a look at where you're living. Look at your office, or look at your bedroom or your living room, and see what's around you. See if that state of your living space is the state of your mind. Oftentimes it is. So you might have a very hectic lifestyle, and then you look around and everything around you also looks hectic. There's just piles of things, maybe there's dirty laundry around, or piles of bills or papers. And so one of the first steps is to actually just clean up what's around you. Organize it and clean it. So sometimes also you might be organized, but you might be dirty, it might be like dusty. You know, so this seems very simple, but you can make your mind feel a lot more peaceful and calm if your space around you is peaceful and calm. You can also look at the color scheme you have in your room. Are there bright colors, or are there mismatched colors, or things don't seem kind of smooth and calm and peaceful? So even just changing the colors in the room can help kind of balance your mind and make it feel more peaceful. So that seems like a very simple step, but it's an important step, because for you to think clearly, you should have a clear environment around you. Another important thing is to live a balanced lifestyle. in terms of regulated, trying to eat at the same time every day and trying to eat in the same way. Not that you're driving in the car and shoving lunch in one day at 12 noon, and then at 4 o'clock the next day you cram in a granola bar for lunch, and then the next day you skip lunch. So our body is linked up with nature, with the cycles of nature and the rhythms of nature. And at 12 noon, when the sun is at the highest point, that's also when our digestion is the strongest, and when we're looking for that meal. And so one way to live a balanced life is to take the cues from nature. So when we see that the sun is at its highest point, then we can also say, okay, that's a time for me to stop and rest and nurture myself and eat my meal in a peaceful way, eat a sattvic diet, and then try to do that every day, which means you probably have to reprioritize some things. Maybe you have to wait to answer that email or to call your friend or to go shopping or whatever the other thing is that you wanted to do instead of eating in a peaceful way. But these are two very simple but very powerful things you can do to be balanced. Another important thing is sleeping on time. So at 10 o'clock is the ideal time to be asleep by. And oftentimes we're always pushing to do more, to stay up later, to get that last thing done. But having the same time that you go to sleep each night is also very important to regulate and live a balanced life. And so those are three simple things. Clean up and make neat your living space. Eat at the same time every day in the same way. And then also try to be asleep by 10 p.m. and waking by 6 p.m. I didn't mention that either, but when the sun is also coming up is when we should be waking up. That's our cue to get up. And so if you can follow those three simple steps, you'd be getting a very big jump start in living your life in a balanced way. And then we'll give you more tips going forward on how to work with different parts of your mind and how to balance and control those. Okay? But this is the foundation. Thank you.